to this week's video. Now, in this week's video, I'm going to answer a question that several people, for some reason, have asked me recently. Now, that might be because I'm doing this show where I'm playing lots of different guitars, all these ones up here and some of the ones over there. I'm doing lots of different styles of guitar playing on lots of different types of guitars. So lots of people have asked me, they said, if you could only choose one guitar, which one would it be? And bizarrely, this week, I had to answer that question literally because I went for a rehearsal and it was really not very convenient to take any more than one guitar for practical reasons. So I had to decide. So I'm going to answer that question. I'm going to show you what it sounded like and some of the clips from the rehearsal. So the thing that I had to kind of bear in mind is in this show, actually let me show you the poster for the show and a little bit of a promo.
Trying to flag it right. You get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park. Meantime,
so the idea of this show is we're going to go through the ages from the 50s up to about the 80s, because for me that's where all the good guitar playing stopped, or anyway the guitar playing that I learnt, because I kind of stopped learning new stuff after that, I suppose. So that's all the stuff that I really like, and in the show I'm going to be playing several guitars, and they're slightly out of shot here, but I've got my Telecaster there. I'm going to play that. In the last one I played my 335. I'm not going to this time. Oh, I can't really give that away because the show's not yet. Don't listen to that. I'm going to play my Les Paul, obviously my Strat, which is over there, and so there's another guitar that I'm going to play. So, my Gretsch as well I'm going to play, and so I'm going to play songs that are sort of well known on those instruments, that kind of defined different styles of guitar playing. So to cover all of those things, I'm going to need various different things. I'm going to need humbuckers on the Les, for example, on the Les Paul. With the Gretsch, I've got the kind of Bigsby and I've got that hollow body sound. I'm never going to cover all of these things with one guitar, but I'm going to explain what I did. Got the Telecaster, which does what a Telecaster does, and the Strat, which, of course, that has got the tremolo arm on, the 3 pickups. I would have thought a few years ago, I think I've changed my mind from a few years ago. A few years ago, I would have taken my Strat because I'd have thought that does everything it can. But now I've got Gibsons. The Strat doesn't necessarily do that. Doesn't do the Gibson thing as well as, and this is, I'm going to give it away now, the guitar that I chose. I chose my Telecaster. Now let me get this down. I'm just going to butt in here and just mention that I've got a library of video guitar lessons online. Beginning country guitar one, the newest one I've put up there is all about doing left hand damping, but I've got lots of other solos. I've got show you how to play the end solo from Sultans of Swing, a solo from Hotel California. I've got some Nile Rodgers funk stuff, various other stuff. There's some monthly subscriptions or some of the lessons you can buy separately, so go and check them out. They're on my website, iamtjwalker.com, and at the top of the page there's a little tab that says guitar lessons. Now actually this isn't a bog standard Telecaster, this is a Danny Gatton Telecaster, the custom shop one. And I've had this, well, definitely I think 20 years, and it has these Joe Barlin pickups on, which I was always a bit unclear exactly what they were. I found out recently that they are kind of humbuckers, but they're underwound humbuckers, so they kind of sound like single coils. They don't have that humbuckery sound to me. They do sound like single coils, but they do react similarly to humbuckers. So the answer was, this was the guitar that I took. So I'm going to show you some of the footage of the rehearsal. If any of you are in the south of the UK next Wednesday, that's the 17th of September, do come along to the show because I think it's going to be good fun. So I'm going to show you the first track now. This is one that I would have played on the Telecaster anyway, so, but I'm going to play it to you. I'm going to do a Sun medley, the kind of Danny Gatton Sun medley, or part of it, with a couple of Elvis-y tunes done not authentically like them, but combining some kind of Danny Gatton stuff, some James Burton stuff, along with some of the original Scotty Moore parts. So here we go, just a little snippet of that.
That's alright. Well, that's alright, my mama. Anyway.
Now, the next song I had to cover on this was the one that I'm going to play on the Gretsch, because it's a kind of Brian Setzer thing. And the biggest problem with this, trying to emulate the Gretsch, is that I don't have the Bigsby or any tremolo on it. And there's a little thing I do on this track, it's Blue Moon of Kentucky. I can't do without the Bigsby because I do it like this. So this is what I do. Didn't quite tune it properly there, but I go down to the low D. Which I can't do on here. But anyway, let me just play you a bit of that. I still think I can get quite a nice tone. I put it on the front pickup and I can get that nice sound that I'm going for. Check this one out. So then, of course, probably the trickiest ones to sort of cover on one guitar when you've chosen effectively a single coilish type guitar is the ones on the Gibson, and there's a few I'm going to be doing on the Les Paul. And two of the songs were both played on the same guitar originally. This is the nerdy information I shall be imparting on Wednesday. And that guitar is the Greenie guitar, which Kirk Hammett now owns. And the two songs are Need Your Love So Bad and Parisian Walkways. And both those songs use, well, very different types of sounds at different eras. Gary Moore uses a much higher gain sound than Peter Green did on the older version, because it's a different type of song as well. So I was going to show you some tiny little snippets from those two songs, the way I'm doing them. And if you're interested, on the show I'm going to be using my amp and my pedal board, but because of the rehearsal, and it's much easier and not as noisy as well when you're in a small area. We're all using in-ear monitors, and I use my Quad Cortex to get all the guitar sounds. So all those sounds you'll hear on these rehearsal clips are from my Quad Cortex, which I think it sounds pretty good on most things. If I were to be spending more time and I was using it for the show, I would really work at it and refine the sounds, but I've just kind of got a generic setup which I just whack on and use for the benefit of the rehearsal. But I think it sounds pretty good. So here goes a little bit of Parisian Walkways and what's the other one? Need Your Love So Bad. Now this next tune is the Les Paul one as well, but I want to show you this one because we've augmented the lineup for this next show. We've got Johnny, who he can play anything. I've done gigs with Johnny on drums, on bass, keyboards, which is his main instrument, which he's absolutely amazing on. He plays the guitar usually. And this is the first time I'm going to be doing a gig with him when he's playing guitar as well. So he's playing half guitar, half keyboards. And I don't know what, I accidentally knocked this one off the set list before the rehearsal. And he said, oh, I was disappointed, I thought we were going to do this one. And I was like, I can't believe I knocked it off the list, because this is the reason why I wanted a second guitar, really, this song. So I'm going to play you this, just a little snippet of this. This is Boys Are Back in Town, because I love doing the harmony lines, and you can see from my face in this, I can't stop smiling because I never get to do these dual harmony lines with another guitar. So check this out.
I'll spread the word around. Guess who's back in town?
Now finally, there's several songs that are going to be on the Strat, which I had to cover on this. Now the main thing, of course, being the lack of tremolo arm, but also there are sounds that you can't get on the Telecaster that you can get on the Strat. It is a different thing. For me, it reacts very differently. I play very differently when I play a Strat and a Telecaster. Now this song I'm actually going to play is a Jeff Beck song, and I'm going to put the full video of this as a separate video on my channel if you want to check it out. This is Because We've Ended as Lovers. And I know that the original of this actually was played on a thin line Telecaster, which had some Seymour Duncan pickups on. So it's probably, this guitar is probably actually the closest one to the original. But because it's Jeff Beck, he more latterly would play it on his Strat. And I haven't decided, I think I'm probably going to play it on the Strat, because I like having the tremolo arm when I'm doing Jeff Beck stuff. But this is Because We've Ended as Lovers. I'm going to leave you with this video done on this guitar. I was really pleased with the way this one came out. There were quite a lot of mistakes on the rehearsal videos. Not the band, all from me, because I've done the rehearsal a week in advance. It gives me a chance to work out the bits that I need to really concentrate on. Plus my mind is on all other things in the rehearsal, so I'm going to nail these parts for the actual gig. Lots of practice before the day. So as I said, if you are in the south of England, near Brighton, next Wednesday, the 17th September, do try and come along to the show. If not, I bring out new videos every week, 7 PM UK time. So, hope to see you next week.